The year is 2008, and the first zombie outbreak has just occurred on a college campus, which will one day result in the eventual annihilation of the planet in the year 2012. We have brought you the only survivors back to this time so you can prevent this travesty from occurring. You must protect the past in order to save the future. Complete this mission not only for your sake, but for the sake of the human race.
Humans vs. Zombies is a moderated game of tag in which the zombies are the ones who are it, and the humans are the ones who have to defend themselves. It lasts a week long, and the humans protect themselves from the zombies using guns, generally Nerf guns, blow darts, or socks, and if they hit a zombie with any of those things, then the zombies are stunned, and if you get tagged by a zombie, you then become a zombie yourself, and it continues until Friday or until everybody is dead.
My friend told me about it. She suggested that I play a game of tag that takes place for about 5 days, and it's 24/7, like around the clock, and I thought, you know, that seemed like a really cool way to meet people.
There was a newspaper article about kids running around with Nerf guns, and my mom picked it up and she said, "Oh, hey Matt, look, something that you can get some exercise in without going to the gym." And I thought it sounded like fun, so I took a stab at it.
I've been playing for as long as the game's been going, so I think it started spring of my freshman year. You know, I think there's this misconception of, oh, it's just a bunch of like weird nerds, like, I don't know, running around doing weird stuff.
We have a surprisingly high ratio of females in the group, which I don't think a lot of people expect, because I think they hear Humans vs. Zombies and see a bunch of nerds running around with children's toys.
Absolutely, there's a misconception that girls aren't into Humans vs. Zombies.
You see Nerf guns, you basically think, oh, there's probably going to be a lot of guys playing it. That's actually not true, because girls like to play with Nerf guns too. There's not really a difference of who gets to play with them.
Like many things that are a part of geek culture, girls kind of get thrown into the backside, and a lot of freshmen, I feel like, come in and they just expect that they're just going to get all the ladies because they're playing Humans vs. Zombies with all the ladies.
HVZ at FSU is usually known by toting around guns or their brightly colored bandanas. And one of the most common questions we get is, what do the bandanas mean? Are you part of a gang? What are you doing? And so the yellow headband means that you're a zombie, and the yellow armband means you are a human.
Once you get tagged, you have to stop and you have to change it. You have to take your armband off your arm and put it on your head, so then other players will know.
It's easy to tell a zombie from a human. For the most part, humans will carry around gigantic guns that really says, "Come kill me, I'm human." Zombies, it's really hard to mistake for anything other than a zombie because it's a big yellow bandana that you wear around your head, so even when you're running and you get that tunnel vision going, it's really easy to see, crap, yellow bandana on the head, run!
I'd say that the Humans vs. Zombies crowd most closely resembles 28 Days Later.
I would probably have to compare it to maybe Left 4 Dead.
On most days, 28 weeks later.
Dawn of the Dead, I would say, would probably relate most to it.
Because it's just so fast-paced, and there's a big spotlight on the military side.
In the beginning portion of Dawn of the Dead, not whenever they're out searching for food and they're just kind of walking in this mass horde, falling over.
It's a mixture of paranoia, intensity, and lunacy.
You can just shoot them and just stun them, and it's basically like that game.
Dawn of the Dead.
From a zombie perspective, they generally try to come up with various ways to ambush the humans, and that can be anywhere from waiting in a bush from 15 minutes to an hour.
If you're killed during a mission, with the intel that you have, you can actually use to help your fellow zombies, really. You just tell the zombies where they're going, what you're supposed to do, anything that could help you guys get more numbers.
Zombies, it's very different kind of camaraderie, but it's still very much prevalent.
Frankly, it's sometimes a little scary to see how well these players work together in order to just get one target.
People will just come up to you and be like, hey, we're trying to kill this human coming out of this building. Do you want to join us? Heck, you're like, yeah, I do, obviously.
Like, there's some players that are like track runners. We have kids that practice parkour also, and you'll find yourself being chased across a field by people that are much faster than you. And in addition to that, they're smart. So when they resume their gameplay, if you stun them, you'll find them like around the next building and they'll never stop chasing you.
To ask the players themselves to walk everywhere would be a bit unfair and a bit restricting to them. So although it would be fun and it would be more true to commonly accepted, I guess, zombie lore, you have to give some to the players and know that it would be way too easy for humans if the zombies could simply walk around. When I play the game, I prefer to stay human as long as possible.
I would prefer to be human over zombie.
I actually usually prefer being zombie.
I like to be human up until about Wednesday, and then around Wednesday I like to go play zombie.
I prefer playing human just because I like to play with Nerf guns.
You get to stalk. You're the predator, basically. You stalk your prey.
And I'd rather like have the paranoia of someone following me or some of my friends setting up an ambush for me than just waiting around trying to tag people.
The paranoia that comes with it, it sort of keeps you on edge.
I get frustrated at the fact that the humans are always so scared.
There's just this constant terror and dread of like, is this going to be my last night? Oh my gosh, I don't want to die.
It's sort of cool to just see how long you can go around like a little kid with these Nerf guns doing things that are very warlike.
Which they're spraying. They're spraying and praying, and hopefully they kill, you know, the 20 zombies in their clip.
The squads definitely have a militant sort of mindset to them. They're usually a smaller set of 5 to 10 people with like a captain or somebody that you generally trust.
Whenever you form a squad, you get with this group of people and you're basically each other's lifeline all week.
They all have each other's numbers, they're always in close contact, and they stick together, and they're sort of like a brotherhood, really.
When members of a squad die, they make it their goal in life to kill the rest of their squad.
It's a great way to meet new people and see people come together and bond, but it's definitely for safety and for strategy.
Then they have the rest of their teammates that have fallen just egging on all the zombies, getting every zombie they can find to hunt them down. They will reveal your entire schedule. Unless, I mean, that's not always the case. Sometimes you get good friends that are like, no, 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 my friend really wants to live till this day.
Well, we've had an agreement that if one of us was killed, we wouldn't try to tag the other one. Unfortunately, I've personally tested that promise, and it doesn't really work out that well.
My boyfriend actually made an ambush for me of about 20 people.
I pretty much told them her entire schedule, and she couldn't walk outside of a building without having 10 to 20 of us sitting out there waiting for a hug.
I step outside the psych building and there's just people everywhere trying to tag me and everything, and I tried to fight my way through it, but I couldn't get through it, and I got tagged, so it was a fun way to die.
When you're a zombie, like, your main motive is to tag the people that you know, that way you can continue hanging out with them.
Humans vs. Zombies has been one of the main places where I find my friends.
Yeah, it really is all about people interacting with each other and making friends and learning about each other and finding something that they fit in, finding something they belong to.
I've met some of my best friends in HVZ, whether from playing or from being a moderator. I've met some awesome people regardless.
I always come out like making new friendships. And those friendships just like keep getting stronger every time we play.
I know that some of the strongest relationships I have are from people at Humans vs. Zombies.
We do have quite a few players who've been playing for a really long time who are going to be leaving us after this semester. So could I just have those guys stand up and be recognized?
And like stand in the front,
just
maybe.
Stand in the front.
Come up here. Do not be shy. Come over here.
Up.
Come on over here.
You know, and I had been like dealing with those kinds of emotions all throughout the week. Coming to terms with the fact that it's my last game, that it's, you know, this is the last time I'm really going to get to see these people. These are my friends.
I couldn't imagine what Patrick was feeling going through, just having to see all these people and then have to leave them. And it was sort of a moment of actual awe, realizing that I'm going to see these people, become their friends, and just watch them grow over the course of 4 years.
I've been with this game for so long, for 3 years. I've played, I've moderated, I've gotten upset, I've gotten hurt, I've made friendships, I've lost friendships. I mean, in a way, this little world of HVZ has been so important to me.
When I came into Humans vs. Zombies, I was new to this campus. I was new to the college scene entirely. And from it, I got to learn just because college may be portrayed a certain way in like general media doesn't mean that that's the only type of person you find there.
Folks, follow me.
All right, let's go. Watch both sides.
Anywhere.
What's it say?